Turn over a new leaf to supersize and grow your business. Let's talk about my 5 favorite ways to turn over a new leaf as you grow and build your business. I love throw pillows, right? They look one way on one side and another way on another side. So you can actually change up the way your room looks at the flip of a cushion. Actually, there's leaves on both sides of these, is why I picked this. Plus, it's comfortable to lean back on. I have my Follow Your Dreams pillow I always lean back on when I am working and doing my videos, but it's fun to have other cushions and mix it up sometimes. So, obviously, I like leaf patterns. I got leaves on my chair. I got leaves hanging above my head. This idiom, this expression is one, I believe we've covered it before, but we're going to take a new tack on it today. It's from the 16th century when, in the printing industry, they used the word leaves for pages in a book or in publishing and printing. So each page was a new leaf. So you would turn over a new leaf, meaning you would turn to a clean page in the book or in the printing process and start something new. So this idiom, this expression, since the 16th century, has meant to turn something new. It's used to signify a major change in behavior. So think of New Year's resolutions. All of a sudden your friends are behaving in totally different ways than they did a week ago. Or think of the COVID stuff, all the COVID pandemic things and how that's impacted all of us and forced us to behave in new ways. Now, some of those ways are arguably ways we should have been behaving all the time. I think of all the times in my corporate career and in my businesses when I went to work sick as a dog and I should have just stayed home in bed. Well, that's one of the things I think that we've changed. If we're feeling sick, we don't go to work anymore and, you know, spread those germs and spread those colds. So I think that overall, over the long term, that type of thing will have a positive effect on our businesses and our life and our world. So not all change is bad. Not all major behavioral change. I always say let's go for the good behavioral change and replace the bad behaviors or the bad habits so that we have a better chance of creating what it is that we want. So what are my 5 favorite ways to turn over a new leaf, just to make a major change in behavior, to start something new? Excuse me. I got my cozy blankets. It's super cold here in Wisconsin right now, so I'm just like hunkering in. One of my first things to do and my first ways to turn over a new leaf when it comes to building and growing and supersizing my business is to look at things from a different point of view, a different perspective. See things by putting myself in other people's shoes. Think of what's my customer's perspective of my business or of this product or service or part of my business, and just changing our perspective, looking at things differently. One thing I used to like to do when I went into a new job or a new business in corporate America was most people would just look at the processes and they'd go from the beginning of the process to the end. And I decided, I don't remember, it was on one of my jobs, that I was going to do it backwards. I was going to go backwards through the organization and I actually pretended I was a finished product. I picked a random finished product, a random one of the many products that we would be manufacturing. I was in manufacturing when I would do this. And I would pick a product, an end product, and I would pretend that I was that product, and I would go backwards through the process of how that product came into being. I like to go backwards because we often think of our processes going forward, but we forget to look backwards, and sometimes backwards shows us the holes or the things that we missed or the improvements that we never even thought of that are easy to make by changing our perspective. The second thing I like to do is focus on strengths. And a lot of people, and again, this is a remnant of my corporate career, focus on negative, focus on weaknesses, focus on improvement areas, focus on things that people don't do. Kind of reminds me of school, right? When you get those big red check marks or a grade on the top of your paper in bright red letters and a judgment of your performance on that particular task. Well, that's what performance appraisals and things look like in a lot of organizations. And so I like to flip that on its head and focus on strengths and build on people's strengths instead of their weaknesses. Third thing, focus on serving and asking yourself, no matter where you are or what you do, how can I serve the people I'm here to serve better? If you're a CEO of the company, which many of you are, or the owner of your own business, your job isn't just to serve your end customers. It's to serve all the people that help you to create the products and services that you provide to your end customers. So if you're the CEO, who do you serve? What is your role in helping other people to do their job better? So focus on serving, focus on strengths, look at things from a different perspective. Another thing I like to do is switch up, cross-train, and have people do different roles because it helps them with the perspective thing and focuses on their strengths and applying their strengths to different areas by cross-training in different functions and different areas of responsibility. So I like to, you know, swap departments and swap department heads sometimes, or functional departments, just to let people understand, especially direct suppliers and customers within the organization, because then you understand the other person's position and it helps you to serve them better. And finally, fifth, I like to do audits of processes, audits of the entire business, audits of competitors. Audits are just an analysis and a review of how things are on any given date. And so doing SWOT analysis, to do those on a routine basis, SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, is a form of an audit. Or actual audits, safety audits, quality audits, process audits, all different types of audits, marketing audits. I like to do audits in every area and every function of my businesses to make sure I know and understand what's actually going on at any given time. So those are my 5 top ways to turn over a new leaf, to re-energize, supercharge, supersize my business in a lot of different easy ways, right? These things don't have to be expensive or complicated, but they do take time and energy to use in our businesses. So curious, how do you turn over a new leaf? What do you do in your business to turn over a new leaf, to do something different, to look at things differently, or to just improve your business as you grow and supersize? Share in the comments below, and I will be with you tomorrow with another. We're working on new and different and change idioms at the beginning of the new year. If you've got one you'd like to have us look into, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Have a great day.